Hello everybody, and what's up? This is Colton from Burnt Toast, and we're back with another video talking about a new deck that's come out from the Furious Fist set. This is Politoad Poliwrath. Basically this deck is cycled around King's Song, and it says ignore all colorless energy and attack cost of each of your Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath's attacks. And as we see in all three, Poliwag wears 3 colorless energy, does 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. That Pokemon cannot retreat during its next turn. Poliwhirl has 3 colorless energy, finishing blow 50. If your opponent's active Pokemon has already damage counters on it, this attack does 50 more. So that's, and Politoad and Poliwrath, 3 colorless energy, 60 damage. It does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched. So you've got 3 attacks that you can use for completely free. No energy is needed to do these attacks. I mean, right here on Poliwhirl, if we've hit our opponent with a Hypnotoxic Laser and use Finishing Blow, it's 100 damage just for free. Absolutely. This deck is in no way a competitive deck. I don't even know if I'd classify it as a tier 2 deck, but we're going to look at it. It's pretty interesting. It's been working for me, so it's pretty fun actually once you get it set up. Now we needed a Pokemon that could take a hit, so we got Keldeo EX. It's a water Pokemon. It can rush in, retreat, so I didn't see a better option. Keldeo is going to be what we had to take some hits. We got 4 Poliwag, 4 Poliwhirl, 4 Poliwrath, and 2 Politoad. Now the reason that we've got 4 Poliwhirl and we're not just evolving into Poliwrath is because Finishing Blow is actually a really good attack, and if we get Poliwag out and just evolve into Poliwhirl after we get our Politoad set up, we can start attacking for 50, maybe 100 damage. And 4 Poliwrath and 2 Politoad. We do have 4 water energy in the deck just because sometimes we might need to use Submission. 2 water energy. This Pokemon does 30 damage to itself, but it does 130 damage, so it's pretty big. I mean, everything in this deck absolutely. There's nothing to worry about with pyroar. It's water, and they're all stage 1 or 2. So, I mean, that's our Pokemon. We got 15 of the Pokemon. Our Ace Spec is a dowsing machine. It's very useful. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Put a trainer from your discard pile into your hand. We got 2 Evisoda, 2 Heavy Ball. Heavy Ball. Search your deck for a Pokemon with a retreat cost of 3 or more. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Poliwrath has a retreat cost of 3, so we have Heavy Ball for Poliwrath. I'm just going to say this now. One thing about this deck is that we are using Heavy Ball and Level Ball. Coming September 3rd, which is, like a week and a half away, those cards will not be legal for Standard. So we're going to have to probably throw in Great Balls, and Pokeball would be the only other way to run this deck. At least that's how I see it. And we do use Rescue Scarf in this deck, which was printed in Dragons Exalted, and that will be cycled out too. So there are a few cards in here that are being cycled out, but this is the best way to make it work, so we're going to go with it. We have 3 Hypnotoxic Laser. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Flip a coin. If heads, it is asleep. 3 Level Ball. Search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. We have our 1 Professor's Letter just in case we need the water energy. It's kind of just a freebie card we can fit in the deck. 2 Rare Candy for Politoad or Poliwrath. We got 1 Sacred Ash. Shuffle 5 Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck. Early on, Poliwag gets knocked out quickly, so we need to be able to Sacred Ash them back in so we can Level Ball them out later. We have 1 Starlo Megaphone. If we go up against Garbodor, this deck can't do anything. It's just gone. So we have to have Megaphone in here. We got 3 Ultra Ball. I mean, we have 2 Heavy Ball and 3 levels, so I'm not going to run 4. We'll just go with 3. We have 2 Burbank City Gym. Put 2 more damage counters on poison Pokemon between turns. 2 Float Stone. The Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost. 2 Muscle Band. The attacks of Pokemon this card are attached to do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Rescue Scarf. This is mainly for your Poliwags. If this Pokemon this is attached to is knocked out by damage, put this Pokemon back into your hand, discard all cards attached to that Pokemon. So it basically just saves us, and we're able to put our Poliwag back down next turn. Very useful. And then we have 2 Silver Bangle. The attacks of Pokemon this card are attached to do 30 more damage to the active Pokemon EX. So that's our items. You know, pretty basic, nothing really special there. Rescue Scarf is one thing that's not seen played much, but it's definitely needed here. Now our supporters, we have 2 Colress. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw for the number of cards equal to bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. 4 in, each player shuffles his or her hand into their deck and then draws for the cards remaining in their prizes. 4 Sycamore, discard your hand and draw 7. And 2 Skyla, search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So we are going to play a game here. I hope you all enjoy it and like the deck. It's pretty interesting and it's really fun once you get it set up. I've won 2 out of 3 games I've played with it so far, so it's actually not going too bad. So here we go. We want to go first. It doesn't look like we're going to. We might. Alright, we are not going to go first. We see some kind of fire deck. I'm guessing we'll see pyroar, which I'm not super worried about because we're a water deck and our attackers are stage 1 and stage 2, so we're gonna promote that Poliwag and another Poliwag. Yes, we would like to draw. Alright, so this is a pyroar deck. Hopefully this goes well. This is a very interesting deck we've got here, so alright, good. Roller Skates doesn't hit. Hypnotoxic Laser. It's good that we do have a Rescue Scarf. We did need that, so let me see. 2 Lysanders go in the discard. That's good. I hope they wouldn't run more than 2. I'd never run more than 1, but alright, so that Roller Skates does work. Sadly, all we're really going to get to do this next turn is attach a Rescue Scarf and evolve into a Poliwhirl on the bench. Not going to get to do a whole lot. We need to get our Politoad out as quickly as possible. That's our first thing to do is Politoad. So that's always the first thing you want to set up in this deck. Alright, so we're going to attach our Rescue Scarf. And we can't evolve and we can't afford to discard. So yeah, we're gonna just end our turn. Next turn we'll be able to do a little more, but that's all for now. I'm hoping we don't see a double colorless energy on that Mewtwo. And there it is, so things are quickly going downhill for us. Not going too good. Looks like we're going to have to play that Sycamore next turn if we want to keep from losing this game, which stinks. Pyro decks run through cards so quickly. It is very easy to win by your opponent decking out in a pyroar matchup. So just so much draw power, and a lot of people play it like they don't know when they're settled. So they just keep drawing and then deck out, which I think is pretty funny. So both Lyzan just go back in the deck. And Poliwag comes back in our hand. We need to get our Keldeo out. It is the best stall in this game, at least with this deck. So let's man, I don't want to do this. Let's look and see where it is. Make sure we've got it. There it is. Okay, and there's our Sacred Ash here. Yes. The Politoad is there, so I think we can afford to do this. I don't want to do it. We're going to play our Sycamore. Really not a thing you want to do here. But we did get our Keldeo. Perfect. Absolutely fantastic. That is what we needed. So feel safe here. We're going to end our turn. Next turn we can evolve into Politoad and get Poliwhirl on the bench. And we're getting things started. So I'm pretty excited. That was a really big Sycamore. That was great. That was fantastic. So that's exciting. We do see a Blacksmith onto the Pyroar. Pyro should not be an option or a problem for us. We can steamroll it for 120 and straight knock it out. So alright, here we go. We're gonna evolve into Politoad. Evolve to Poliwhirl. Attach our Floatstone and in. Get another Poliwag, which is great. Level ball. We'll get our other Poliwag in play. And let's think. Got 80 HP. They're doing 60. Should we go for it? I think. Let's go for it. Let's go ahead and start doing some damage. So we will finishing blow for 70. And hope that we do not get knocked out next turn, because that's a bummer. But look at that, we just attacked for no energy at all. That is one pretty cool thing. Next turn, oh, dadgummit. That is not what we want to see. That's what I was afraid of, was that they didn't attach another energy to the Mewtwo, but they did. And now we're in really bad shape. Maybe we'll get a Skyla or a rare candy from our top deck. That's what we really need. Oh my goodness, thank you. No. Why? That's not what I want to see in there. Okay, well that actually might have been. I'm kind of glad they did that. I'm actually very happy they did that. That was great. I'm not upset by that at all. Yeah, we gave up 2 prizes, but we're gonna come in and knock out a Mewtwo for no energy at all. We do get another Poliwhirl in play. I'm gonna go ahead and no, I'm gonna take that back first. Hold on. Undo. We're gonna attach our energy. Retreat into Poliwhirl, and then evolved a Poliwrath, and we'll finishing blow for 100, and the knockout with no energy. We used absolutely no energy, and we just took 2 prizes. That's pretty awesome. And now they've got to take a prize at a time to keep this going. I'm actually very excited with the way things are going. They're going to have to discard that energy for the knockout, and then I can just steamroll the pyroar. So I'm pretty excited with how things are going. Alright, so they are going to knock out the Poliwhirl. And we're going to promote the Poliwrath. What do we want to do here? I think we're going to Skyla for a rare candy. There it is. Go ahead and get our other Poliwrath into play. Yeah, that's great. I'm actually very excited with the way things are going. We're going to steamroll and hit that Reshiram. So they could hit us for 50 with Outrage. Outrage will do 50, but then we can steamroll and hit the Pyroar. So things are looking very well for us. We have an in our hand for next turn. We can knock our opponent down. It looks like they will Outrage, but that's still our Blue Flare, which is only going to do 120, so they'll be short. And then we'll score another knockout. So things are looking very, very good for us. Wow, I'm excited with the way this game's going. This is good. Oh no! Alright, so they're going to hit the Politoad for 120. So they're short of the knockout. Okay, great. That's good. So we can retreat into which one? Yeah, we'll just go into this Poliwrath. There's nothing to level ball for, so we're just going to play our in, knock our opponent down to 2 cards, and steamroll for the knockout, and we'll just hit the, I don't know, doesn't really matter. I guess we'll hit the Pyroar. Alright, so it's a tied game. It is a tied game. We can't afford for that Politoad to be knocked out. That is both Lysander's in the discard pile. I don't imagine they would have another. I don't imagine seeing another Lysander. So it looks like we might have this game. I'm just so excited. This is awesome. You can play our Skyla and we'll Sacred Ash. Let's see. We'll Sacred Ash everything back in. And then play our level balls for Poliwag. Yeah, I think we'll just save our level ball for the whatever the middle one is. I forgot what it's called. Poliwhirl next turn. So we're going to steamroll for the knockout and hit the Litleo. We don't want to let them hit us for more damage. Alright, we need one more turn. Just one more turn and we've got the game. We have the Muscle Band. We did it! Guys, we just won. We're going to steamroll for the knockout. And that's it. We've won. This is Politoad Poliwrath. Very stupid deck, but I mean, we just saw it beat a Pyroar, the Pyro deck. So there we go. That's Poliwhirl Poliwrath. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's very interesting. It only took us 8 turns. We did 930 damage overall. So, yeah, yeah, tell us what you think of the deck. Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm glad that went well. I mean, first try, that's great. I'm happy. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Colton from Burnt Toast. Like I said, we'll be putting up a whole lot more videos. If you want us to come up with anything, let us know. Just saying, the hardest thing for us to build right now is going to be that fighting deck with Landorus, because they're so rare online. But I've got a whole lot of other stuff I'm coming up with. So just let me know and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.